In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your front brakes on your Fiat 500. It's located behind your front wheels. We're going to take our hubcap off using a pry bar. You can also use a hubcap removal tool. I'm going to slide it in, be gentle, and pop it off. Using a 17mm socket, we're going to remove our wheel fasteners. Remove your wheel. Take your caps off your calipers. And now we're going to need an Allen wrench to take out the pins. Using a 7mm Allen wrench socket, we're going to loosen up these pins. And take them out. Once you get that one started, it's a good idea to do the top one. Break it free. Push down and pull as you take it out the remainder of the way. And that'll help pull it out. And then do the same on the bottom. Now you can pull it out. All right. Now we're going to remove our spring clip here. You can either use a flathead screwdriver to get it going. Sometimes they're pretty dirty. Or you can use some wire cutters. It sometimes gets a good bite on it. So just get it right at the beginning there and then pry it out like that. Now before we break this free, I'm going to crack open our bleeder. So when we compress this piston in, the old brake fluid will come out. Okay, once you get it free, you can just snug it up and know that you can get that free. Now I'm going to use a pry bar, and I'm just going to push against that and pry these off. After you're done, you can set this on top for now. Try not to twist your hose too much. And just rest it there. We're going to be hanging this up with a caliper hanger in a minute after I get my pads out. Pry out your pad, set it aside, and pick this up and take it out of your piston. To do that, I'm going to use both hands and just pull. Set that off to the side. And now you can hang up your caliper. Now we're going to remove these two studs. Here are the guides for when you put the wheel on. And to do that, you're going to put a pry bar here. And you're going to loosen the other one. And that's going to hold it still so that you can loosen it up. Before you take that one out completely, you're going to spin it so you can do the other side. Now we can remove them. And set them aside. Using a 19mm socket, we're going to take out these 2 bolts holding our bracket. As you take out this top one, you want to make sure you're holding your bracket. Remove your bracket. Set it aside. Next, we're going to remove our rotor. If you need to, you can tap on it to release the rust and remove your rotor. You're going to want to clean this up. You can use something that doesn't take the metal off and just the rust, or you can use a wire brush. Once it's clean, we're going to put a little anti-seize on that. After you put your anti-seize on, it's time to put our rotor on. Make sure you line up your holes accordingly. Hold it on, and you can put your little guides in first. Start them by hand. So now let's tighten them down. We're going to snug these up after we put our bracket back on. We're going to clean up our bracket. You can use a wire brush or one of these. You can also use a screwdriver and get in the little creases there. Flip it over, do the same thing. You can use a wire wheel or one of these, or some emery. You're going to open up that bleeder with a 10mm socket. Use your old pad, place it in here, and you're going to use a tool that pushes in the piston on the caliper. Now you're going to have brake fluid come out of here as you compress this. Make sure you have a drain bucket below to catch the fluid. Before releasing this tool, you're going to want to close down that bleeder. Snug it up. Clean off any fluid. Let that air dry. And then put your cap back on, the bleeder. Now we can release this. Take out your old pad. And now we're going to work on the slides. I'm going to put some silicone paste on my slides. And I'm going to work them in and out of here. And get that all lubricated on the inside. We're not looking to install them right now. We're just using them as a tool to get everything all lubricated. So you want these to be able to slide easily. If you feel any resistance, you're going to need more silicone paste. So this one's sliding nice and easy. That's what it should be like. All right, I think we're there. So now let's hang up our caliper and install our bracket. Line up your holes. I'm going to snug these up. And torque them to 77 foot-pounds. Now we're going to put our pad in to the piston. Use both hands and push it in. Let's put our other pad down here. Make sure your pad is going with the same shape as your rotor, the curve, and your indicator is up top. Now we're going to put the rest of our caliper together like this. Line everything up and put your slides in. Make sure they're both lined up before tightening anything down. Once they're snug, you're going to torque them to 20 foot-pounds. I'm just going to double check this top one. Make sure that bleeder screw didn't get in the way. That's good. Wipe off any excess silicone paste you may have and put your caps back in. Now we're going to put our clip back in. I did put a little anti-seize in there. Sometimes these get super stuck. I also cleaned it out with a pick. can use your wire cutters for this if it's giving you trouble. So put it in the hole and then twist it in. Make sure that's all the way in. Now we're going to tighten these up now that I have something to stop my pry bar from moving. All right, those are nice and tight. To put the wheel back on, you want to line up these with the rim. Put your wheel fasteners on. Start them by hand first. Using a 17mm socket, we're going to tighten them up. Do this in a crisscross manner. We're going to be torquing our wheel to 63 foot-pounds using a 17mm socket. We're going to do that in a crisscross manner. To install your hubcap, you're going to look for your valve stem divot and line it up. Once you do that, you're going to give it a tap. Follow it all the way around. You may need a rubber mallet to assist you. Clean and inspect your cap. Take off your cap, look at it. As clearly states dot 3. Use what's recommended by your manufacturer for brake fluid. And let's top it off. I'm going to use a makeshift funnel here because it's such a hard one to get to. And I'm going to look for the line on the side. Mine's right here. You can see it on both sides. And you're going to fill it up to the max. Looks good. Let that drain. Put your cap back on, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.